So, in the most recent legislative session, the Oregon legislature tried to address a problem that, frankly, doesn't really exist, but was certainly making headlines. And that has to do with ownership by institutional investors of single family homes. Now, at least in many respects, this is a reasonable rule that they implemented. But if you look at the statistics on how many properties or what percentage of single family homes are owned by institutions, it's incredibly small and is not having any major impact, certainly not in Portland. But be that as it may, what you do need to know is that if you are an institutional investor, you are no longer allowed to own more than 2,500 single family homes in the state. Now, that is something that's a pretty big number. So there's very few operators at that level. So like I said, this bill is something that most people can work within. Now, one of the things that they did add, which is interesting, is that if you serve as a fiduciary property manager, and you're managing funds for pooled investors that are $1 billion or more in terms of asset value, then there may be some restrictions there as well. So you want to keep in mind that this doesn't just pertain to people who own properties. It also potentially pertains to the managers as well. So just something to keep in mind. This is how the Oregon legislature is attempting to address one of the many issues we have, which is a housing supply crisis. And so obviously they're probably trying to do anything they can, even if it makes a small impact. So you want to be mindful of this if you're thinking about investing from an institutional side in Oregon.